Listen to me now, beloved soul, there is no more time to waste. I am not speaking from a place of casual warning. I am speaking from the depths of the heavens, from the place where eternity watches over you, from the realm where I see everything, your past, your present, and the paths that open before you in the moments to come. I am Archangel Michael, the warrior of the Most High, the protector appointed to you from before you were even born. I stand here now, closer than your own breath, and I tell you this with all urgency. Only a few moments remain before a turning point comes to your life that will shift everything. The sands in the hourglass are almost gone. You feel it already, don't you? That strange stirring in your spirit, the sense that something is pressing in from the edges of your awareness, something you cannot fully name but cannot ignore. Do not dismiss this feeling. It is the signal. It is the whisper from heaven that danger approaches quickly. I am watching it move toward you, swift, silent, and disguised, hoping you will be distracted long enough for it to strike. That is why I am here. That is why my voice is piercing through the noise around you right now. Because if you miss this moment, the enemy will seize it, and the cost will be far greater than you imagine. I see the traps, the snares, the subtle chains that are being prepared. They look harmless now, even attractive, but they are venom in disguise. I have been commanded to intervene, to lift my sword, to part the shadows, but you must hear me, you must act before the final grains of sand fall. Right now, even as I speak, there is a war raging for you. You do not see it with your eyes, but your spirit feels the tremors of it. Heaven's armies are arrayed, and darkness has gathered its forces as well. I see their plans laid out like a dark map, every step calculated to pull you away from the light, to isolate you, to cloud your mind, to draw you into agreements that will weaken your strength. They are not after your possessions alone, they are after your peace, your destiny, the divine call upon your life. They are after the light you carry, because that light threatens their domain. And the moment they can smother it, the ripple of your purpose will be diminished. That is why I am warning you. That is why my voice is trembling with urgency now. You may think you have more time. You may feel like tomorrow will be the day you get serious about what you've been sensing, that tomorrow you will shift your focus, tomorrow you will change direction. But tomorrow is not promised. What is coming does not wait for your convenience. It moves with precision, and it has been set in motion for a long time. My sword has struck down many assignments against you already, but this one requires your active agreement with heaven. You cannot fight this battle by drifting through distraction. You cannot stand in your authority if you are lulled into sleep by the false comfort of later. I know your heart has been heavy lately. I know you have felt weary, as if you are walking through a fog, wondering if you have the strength to keep going. This is not an accident. The heaviness you feel is a tactic to slow you down, to make you more vulnerable. The enemy wants you tired when the moment of decision comes. But I tell you now, rise. Shake off this weight. Lift your head and remember who walks beside you. I am here, and I am not alone. With me are legions of angels, warriors of light, standing guard at your side. But you must move with us. You must align with heaven in this moment, because if you do, the danger that is approaching will pass without touching you. Listen carefully. I see the place where the threat hides. I see how it disguises itself in something familiar, something that seems safe, even comforting. But the closer it gets, the more its true nature will reveal itself. If you are awake and alert, you will recognize it for what it is, and you will step away before it can wrap its chains around you. This is why I say, measure this moment. Look at where your attention has been. What voices are you allowing into your spirit? What distractions have been stealing your hours? Who or what has been taking you off course? These are not harmless diversions, they are the pathways the danger uses to approach you. Close those gates now. Shut those doors before night fully falls. Even now, I can feel your heartbeat rising, your spirit leaning forward as if something deep within you knows every word I speak is true. That is your confirmation. That is the Spirit of truth stirring in you, awakening you, calling you to respond. You are not powerless in this. You were created with authority, clothed in light, and given a destiny no force of darkness can erase. But authority must be exercised, and light must be guarded. You cannot leave the lamp of your spirit exposed to the winds of distraction and expect it to keep burning. Shield it. Guard it. Decide, right now, that you will not be caught unaware. In the next hours, yes, hours, something will try to pull you away from this awareness. It will seem urgent, loud, demanding your focus. But it will not be what it appears to be. I am telling you in advance so that when it comes, you will remember my words and refuse to follow it. Keep your eyes fixed on the light. Keep your ears tuned to the quiet but steady whisper of heaven. You will feel the nudge in your spirit, the small but powerful pull that says, not this way. Trust it. Follow it. That is me guiding you out of harm's reach. You may feel the shadow of fear trying to rise as you hear me speak. Do not let it take root. Fear is not your portion, clarity is. Strength is. Victory is. I have fought for you countless times, and I will fight for you now. But you must hold your ground. Stand in faith as if you can already see the breakthrough on the other side, because in the realm of heaven, it is already done. You are not walking toward defeat, you are walking toward a moment of divine intervention. You will see it. You will testify about it. And others will know that the hand of God moved for you because you chose to listen in this critical hour. Beloved, hear me again, the danger is real, but so is the victory. The battle is fierce, but so is your protection. The time is short, but the grace is here. You are not alone. Even now, I am surrounding you with the shield of light, cutting away the cords that have been trying to bind you, clearing the way ahead. Walk in it. Move with heaven. And remember, when I speak with such urgency, it is because what is coming will not wait. This is the moment to rise. This is the moment to choose. This is the moment to stand, and having done all, to stand still in the presence of God, knowing that nothing formed against you will prosper. And when this passes, and it will, you will look back and know that you were spared because you chose to listen. You will know that the Most High kept you in the hollow of His hand. And you will shine brighter, because the light that was meant to be stolen will instead burn stronger than ever before. And so I tell you, beloved soul, even as you hear these words, heaven is leaning close. There are scrolls being opened in the throne room right now, records of your destiny, blueprints of the path that was written for you before the foundations of the earth. I see your name engraved there, not in ink, but in light. Every promise, every assignment, every blessing heaven has ordained for you is recorded there, and the enemy knows he cannot erase it, but he can try to delay it, to distort it, to distract you until the appointed season passes. This is why the assault has been so intense lately. You have been feeling the resistance because you are near a threshold. The darkness senses that if you step forward now, if you break through this moment, a chain reaction of blessings will be released, not only for you, but for those connected to you. This is why you have been feeling the pressure on all sides. It is not because you are weak, it is because you are powerful. It is not because you are forgotten, it is because you are chosen. I have stood guard over you through storms and silent nights, through battles you did not even know were being fought on your behalf. I have driven back forces that wanted to suffocate the breath of hope within you. I have seen you at your lowest and still proclaimed before heaven, "This one belongs to the Most High." And now I am here to tell you, do not let go. Do not let the weight convince you to stop. You are closer than you think, and the opposition you feel is the final resistance before the breakthrough. I know there are moments you wonder if you are imagining all of this, if perhaps you are just overthinking, or if this urgency is only your own mind. But hear me, you are not imagining it. This is not coincidence. You have been marked for a shift, and heaven's clock is ticking toward it. When the trumpet of this moment sounds, you must be ready to step. You must be positioned to receive. There will not be time to scramble, to gather what was scattered, to run back for what you left behind. This is why I am speaking now, so that when the call comes, you are already standing in place, with your spirit awake, your eyes open, and your heart steady. You must understand, the danger I speak of does not always arrive wearing the face of danger. Sometimes it wears the mask of comfort, the sweet voice of an old habit, the gentle lure of what is easy. Sometimes it comes in the form of people who appear harmless but are carrying words meant to plant seeds of doubt in your heart. This is why discernment is your shield in this hour. Do not judge only by what you see. Feel in your spirit. If peace is absent, if your inner light flickers, step back. If my whisper stirs in you saying, "Not this," trust it, even if you cannot explain it to others. Beloved, I see the web being woven around you, not all at once, but thread by thread, so fine you barely notice it tightening. It is made of small compromises, tiny moments of giving in, subtle choices to delay what you know must be done. These are the strands the enemy uses, and before long, they can become a net. But you can break it before it closes. You can cut those threads now. Every time you choose obedience over delay, every time you turn your eyes back to the light, you are tearing at that net. You are making it impossible for darkness to entangle you. I stand with my sword drawn even now, cutting through the fog that has tried to cloud your thinking. I am driving away the voices of confusion and despair that have been circling you like vultures. You may have noticed lately that certain doors have closed, certain paths you thought were yours have been blocked. Do not mourn those losses, they were not losses. They were protections. Heaven removed them because they were not aligned with where you are going. If you had walked through them, they would have led you into a deeper trap. This is the mercy of God, even when it does not feel like mercy. You have been called to rise above the noise of this world, to remember that your spirit is not bound by the limits of what you can see with your eyes. You have access to the counsel of heaven, the wisdom of the Most High, and the presence of angels who walk with you in every step. But to hear that counsel, you must quiet the other voices. You must be willing to step away from the distractions, the endless noise, the constant pull of things that do not feed your spirit. The enemy knows if he cannot destroy you outright, he can dilute you, make you so busy, so divided in your attention, that you forget the fire you carry. Do not let him succeed. There is a light within you that was placed there by the Creator himself. It is not fragile, but it must be guarded. The attacks you have faced lately have been designed to dim it, not to extinguish it completely, for they cannot, but to make it flicker so you doubt it is even there. And yet, here you are, listening to these words, still seeking, still reaching, still open to heaven's voice. That light is alive, and I am here to fan it into flame. I am here to remind you that you are not defined by the shadows you walk through, but by the light that shines from within you. In the hours ahead, you will have choices, small ones, perhaps, but they will matter greatly. You will have opportunities to either strengthen your connection to heaven or to drift into the numbness the enemy desires. I am telling you now so you recognize these moments when they come. A text you should not answer. A conversation you should not linger in. A thought you should not feed. These will seem small, but they are openings. Close them. Guard them. Do not let the enemy find a foothold. Even now, the angels assigned to you are moving into position. Some are standing watch over your home, creating a shield of light that no darkness can pass. Others are working in the hearts of people you have not yet met, preparing divine connections that will help you in the days to come. Every piece is being set in place, but your agreement with heaven is the key that will lock it in. When you choose to align, to obey, to trust, you open the floodgates for these preparations to manifest. And hear me, when the danger passes, it will not leave you weaker. You will come out stronger, clearer, more anchored in your purpose than ever before. You will see how the very thing meant to harm you became the catalyst for your growth. You will walk with greater authority because you will know, beyond doubt, that heaven fights for you. And others will see it too. They will feel the strength in your presence, the peace that follows you, and they will ask where it comes from. And you will tell them, because you chose to listen when the voice of heaven called your name. And now I tell you this, child of light, there is a stirring in the spiritual realm so profound that it shakes even the oldest gates of darkness. This moment in your life is not random, it was written into your story long before you took your first breath. I have guarded the timeline of your destiny like a soldier stands watch over a sacred treasure, and I know this hour by heart. It is one of those rare intersections where heaven's purposes align perfectly with your readiness, where a shift can happen in a heartbeat. But the same awareness that draws heaven close draws the enemy's gaze. That is why you have felt the strange tension, as though every step is watched, every move is weighed. You are not imagining it. You are at the threshold of change, and thresholds always draw both light and shadow. You must understand something that the enemy does not want you to know. The spiritual realm is more real than the ground you stand on, and every choice you make ripples across it. That is why I speak with urgency now, not to frighten you, but to awaken you to your own authority. You are not a passive bystander in this battle. You are a participant, a carrier of the light of the Most High. Your prayers, your words, your decisions, they are like arrows that pierce the darkness. Do not underestimate the power you hold simply by aligning your heart with heaven's will. Even as I speak, I can see the enemy attempting to cloud your clarity with a mist of confusion. It may come as sudden doubt about the things you were once sure of. It may come as subtle discouragement, the feeling that perhaps nothing will ever change. It may come as distraction, pulling you into endless small matters so that you never attend to the great matter at hand. These are not accidents, they are strategies. If the enemy can keep you entangled in what does not matter, you will miss what matters most. That is why I am here, sounding the alarm, shaking the walls around you so that you awaken fully to the moment. You may ask, Michael, if danger is coming, why does heaven allow me to walk so close to it? And I tell you, because what is meant for your harm will be turned to your good when you walk in obedience. The pressure you feel now is forging something in you that ease and comfort could never produce. The victory that will come from this battle will carry weight far beyond your own life. It will break chains in others, chains you cannot even see yet. But that victory will not be accidental. It will come because you chose to act in the moment you were called. I stand in full armor now, my sword blazing with the fire of heaven. I am driving back forces that have stalked your path for months, perhaps years. Some of them were set against your family long before you were born, generational chains meant to repeat the same cycles of fear, lack, and defeat. They hoped you would never question them, never resist them, never see that they were not yours to carry. But here you are, hearing this warning, feeling your spirit rise. You are already breaking what was never meant to bind you. Every time you choose light, every time you turn away from the bait of distraction, every time you refuse the whisper of compromise, the chains crack a little more. There is something else you must know. Not everyone will understand this moment you are in. Some may tell you you're being too serious, too intense, too guarded. But they do not see what I see. They do not hear the hoofbeats of the battle drawing near. They do not watch the movements in the unseen realm the way I do. Do not look to them for confirmation, for they will only see when it is done. You, beloved, are the one who must decide before the outcome is visible. This is the nature of faith, to act when you feel the nudge of heaven, even before the proof appears in your hands. You will feel the pull to delay. The enemy will tell you, wait a little longer. There is no rush. You can choose tomorrow. But I tell you, tomorrow is not where this battle is won. It is won now, in the present, in the unseen decisions of your heart. Choose now. Declare now. Align now. Heaven moves at the speed of obedience, and when you respond, the power of God is released instantly on your behalf. As I speak these words, there is a glow forming around you, a shield of light that no darkness can penetrate. This shield grows stronger with every agreement you make with heaven's truth. It is fed by your faith, your worship, your surrender. Even now, angels are reinforcing it, weaving it with strands of fire, so that nothing unclean can cross its boundary. But this shield is not a cage, it is a gateway. It will carry you through this danger into the next season of your calling, unharmed, victorious, radiant with the glory of the one who sent you. Soon, you will sense the moment shift. The weight will lift, the shadows will recede, and you will find yourself standing in a place of peace you could not have reached without passing through this trial. You will see clearly the traps that were set for you, and you will marvel at how you were kept from them. You will understand why heaven moved you in ways that did not make sense at the time. And you will stand taller, knowing that you are not merely surviving, you are advancing. I am with you until the danger passes. I will not leave your side. Even in the silence, when you feel alone, know that I am there, sword in hand, watching every step, guarding every breath. You are precious to heaven, and the one who created you has invested too much in you to let you fall now. Stand, beloved. Stand in the truth you know. Stand in the light you carry. Stand, and when you cannot stand in your own strength, lean into mine. Together, we will see this danger defeated, and together, we will walk you into the promise that waits beyond it. And now, I draw nearer still, so close you could almost feel the brush of my wings against your shoulder. This is not a distant message sent from some far-off place in the heavens. I am here. I am present. I have been assigned to you in this very hour because the time is short, and the decisions you make now will ripple across the days, months, even years to come. I am not here to fill you with fear but to fill you with readiness, to awaken the part of you that knows how to stand when the storm rages, to call forth the courage that has been lying quietly in your spirit, waiting for this very moment to rise. I see the shape of the threat more clearly now. It is moving quickly, not with open violence but with subtlety. It moves like a shadow at the edge of your vision, never quite in the center, but always there, trying to make you uneasy, trying to cloud your thinking so you do not notice its true intent. It will not announce itself as an enemy. It will come wrapped in the familiar, using your own habits, your own patterns, your own vulnerabilities against you. That is why you must be sharper than ever, watching not only for what appears dangerous but for what feels off in your spirit. If you sense that gentle but persistent tug of unease inside you, pause. Do not ignore it. That is the signal from heaven, the alarm in your soul. Do not think that the delay of destruction means the danger has passed. The enemy often waits for the perfect moment, the moment when your guard is down, when you are tired, distracted, or preoccupied with other matters. This is why I have been whispering to you in recent days, why certain thoughts keep returning to your mind at odd times. It is not coincidence, it is preparation. I want you to be so anchored in your awareness that when the moment comes, your spirit reacts before your mind has even fully processed what is happening. This kind of readiness can only be cultivated in the stillness, in the quiet moments when you choose to tune your ear to the voice of the Most High. Already, heaven has dispatched reinforcements. Even as I speak, there are angels standing at the four corners of your dwelling, drawing a boundary in the spirit that the enemy will not cross. Others are positioned along your path in the coming days, ready to turn you away from unseen traps. You may notice interruptions to your plans, delays, sudden changes that seem inconvenient at first. Do not resist them blindly. Many will be the hand of God moving you out of harm's reach. Trust the redirection, even when it is not what you expected. Beloved, I know you have been weary. I have felt the weight of your prayers, the heaviness in your sighs. You have wondered if you are strong enough to keep standing, if perhaps it would be easier to let things be, to stop fighting, to accept what comes. But you are stronger than you realize, and your strength is not your own, it comes from the one who created you. Every moment you have endured, Every trial you have walked through has prepared you for this time. You are not at the mercy of this danger, you are equipped to overcome it. I am not speaking to a fragile soul, I am speaking to a warrior in the making. Soon, there will be a moment of clarity. The fog will lift for just long enough for you to see the choice before you. In that moment, you must act. Do not hesitate. Do not second-guess what you know to be true. The opportunity will not linger, it is designed to be seized immediately. Heaven will back your obedience with power you cannot see, but you must take the step. You must speak the word, close the door, walk away, or choose the path that aligns with light, even if it feels costly in the short term. That step will break the back of this assignment against you. I tell you, there will come a day very soon when you will look back on this warning and understand why I spoke with such urgency. You will see the full picture, the enemy's plan laid bare, the narrow path you walked to avoid it, the invisible hand that guided you through. And your heart will be filled with gratitude, not only for the protection but for the transformation. You will realize that the danger you feared became the turning point that solidified your faith, sharpened your discernment, and anchored you more deeply in your purpose. Until then, I remain at your side. I will continue to whisper when you are quiet enough to listen. I will continue to shield you from attacks you cannot yet see. And I will continue to war on your behalf, for your life carries weight in the kingdom, and your story is not finished. Do not lose heart now. Do not let the lateness of the hour make you reckless or careless. The victory is closer than it appears, and when it comes, it will come suddenly, like the first burst of light over a dark horizon. And when it does, you will walk forward not as one who barely escaped, but as one who overcame. You will carry the testimony of one who was warned, who listened, who acted, and who triumphed. And that testimony will not remain with you alone, it will become a light for others still walking through their own shadowed valleys. In this way, your obedience now will echo far beyond this moment, reaching into lives you may never meet, shining into places you may never see, because you chose to listen when heaven called your name. I need you to feel the gravity of what I am saying now, beloved soul. This is not simply a season for you, it is a hinge point in your destiny. I see every step you have taken to arrive here, every trial that has shaped you, every victory that has refined you. And I also see the converging lines of the enemy's schemes, drawing closer, hoping to intersect your path at the exact moment you feel weakest. But I tell you this in the authority of the Most High, those lines can be severed before they ever touch you. This is why I am pressing on you so urgently. There is still time to cut off the danger, but that time is short, and it is measured not in weeks or days, but in moments. I can already sense the heaviness that has been hanging over your thoughts. It has tried to make you question your direction, tried to convince you that nothing will change, tried to make you feel alone. But listen to me now, you are not alone. You have never been alone. Even in the nights where you felt abandoned, I was there. Even in the moments when you thought your prayers were unanswered, heaven was moving on your behalf. There are answers in motion right now, angels dispatched with solutions, doors preparing to open, chains already loosening at the sound of your faith. Do not measure the coming breakthrough by what your eyes see at this moment. The greatest movements of heaven happen in silence before they are seen. Seeds grow in darkness before they break through the soil. The tide shifts far from shore before the waves crash at your feet. You may feel like nothing is happening, but I tell you, the air in the spirit is already changing. I can feel the push of light breaking through the atmosphere around you. This is the prelude to release. You will face distractions in the coming hours that seem innocent, even urgent, but they will be designed to pull your gaze away from what matters. Some will come through people who mean well but do not understand the critical timing of your obedience. Some will come through opportunities that look promising but will cost you your focus. And some will come through your own thoughts, whispering that you have time to wait, that you can deal with this later. Beloved, later is not your friend right now. Later is the bait the enemy uses to keep you in place until the trap is ready. I want you to see this moment for what it is, a line drawn in the sand of your life. On one side is the weight you have been carrying, the patterns that have repeated for too long, the shadows that have tried to dim your light. On the other side is clarity, strength, freedom, and the next chapter of your calling. But the crossing point is narrow, and the enemy would rather you never find it. My role is to guide you directly to it and to make sure nothing pulls you away before you step across. I will fight for you as long as you are willing to move with heaven. Type Amen and share this message to bless someone today.